Today we're going over the top 10 guns in COD Mobile Season 6, and some people might think this meta is boring and unchanged, and while one gun is still king, small nerfs have created what might be one of the most balanced 3-gun metas we've ever seen. We'll tell you not just why each gun is powerful, but exactly when and how you should use it to win more gunfights. Starting with the number 10 spot on this list, we find the MG42. Surely, you know the drill. Decent mobility with 357 milliseconds of ADS time, 3.05 meters per second of strafe speed, and incredible firepower with an RPM of 1034, making missed shots almost go unnoticed. With a 5-shot kill range of 16 meters and a 6-shot kill range of 38 meters. That's a time to kill of 232 milliseconds and 290 milliseconds respectively. It's not killing slowly, unlike what it might feel like. Handling wise, it's the best LMG you've seen in this game. No recoil, no aim shake, a decent iron sight, a large mag letting you spam a lot, very little flinch, and laser accurate PSA. Overall, this gun is just the top LMG. So how should you use this gun? Well, first of all, you can use it everywhere, no matter the map. It'll always be at the very least decent. Second, try not to exceed the 38 meter effective range, as after that, the time to kill isn't competitive enough. And third, remember to spam. It might be a stupid piece of advice, but I think a lot of players forget that you can spam when you have such a large mag. The gun is good for anything as long as you're already ADS'd, and from there on, you'll find how to use it. The MG42 is a beast when you're already set up, but what if you need that long range power in a faster, high skill package? That brings us to number 9, where we have to talk about two DMRs, the SKS and the Type 63. Without going into all the details between them, just remember that the SKS is easier to use but slower, and the Type 63 is a lot faster but might be trickier at first. What they have in common is that they are 2-shot kill semi-automatic weapons. This means, first of all, you'll delete enemies at an absurd speed if you click fast, and second, people will only feel one shot before they are one shot. Now that you think about that, you'll also understand me when I say people will feel like they get one-shotted. Why? Because they only get warned once. It's not at all like a Fennec or a Type 19 where you feel a few shots. It's basically, hey, you're dead. And that's what makes these two incredibly strong. Oh, and if you aim for the head, there's no hey. It's just the you're dead part. Basically, use these in game modes where a quick time to kill is needed or when you need to hold long range lines and anchor spawns. Now, speaking of holding down long sight lines, we have to pause for an honorable mention. If the DMR playstyle isn't for you and you want a pure sniper, there's still only one king, the LWC Tundra. It keeps its edge thanks to two things that didn't get nerfed in Season 6. A forgiving fire interval of 924 milliseconds, so missing isn't game ending, and exceptionally low flinch. It's only 1.76 and that drops to 0.7 with toughness, which is basically flinchless. You also still get a usable ADS time of 375 milliseconds, which is enough to hold your own in quickscopes. While the meta didn't boost the Tundra directly, the nerfs to fast DMRs and the cautious aim assist mean it quietly moves up in value, especially in respawns. Moving on to number 8, we have a gun that's so good it feels like it breaks the rules of balance. The Peacekeeper MK2. Yes, it's still amazing, but if I put it higher, you're all only going to talk about this in the comments. The Peacekeeper MK2 holds its place in the top 10 without any changes because it still outperforms almost every AR stat-wise. You get 39 meters of a 4-shot kill, 215 milliseconds ADS time, 4.03 meters per second of strafe speed, and a 0.8 second reload time on a 40-round mag. That's crazy efficient. Combine that with competitive BSA, low flinch, and solid recoil, which apparently not everyone agrees on, and you've got an AR that can literally do everything. This one is the definition of a well-rounded gun, and it didn't need buffs to stay meta. It just is. The Peacekeeper is the jack of all trades, but at number 7, we have the master of stability, the Type 19. This one's the more stable of the two top-tier flex ARs. It took a slight sprint speed nerf in Season 5, but nothing changed in Season 6, which means it remains one of the easiest ARs to use at mid-range. You still get 31 meters of a 4-shot kill and up to 43 meters with a 5-shot, plus smooth recoil, good BSA, and low flinch at 0.42. The ADS time is 262 milliseconds, and while the strafe speed is average, it does the job. It's perfect if you want a calm, stable flex AR you can rely on in ranked. But it's not the most optimal choice, that's why it drops here. Stability is great, but sometimes you just need to cause chaos up close. For that, at number 6, we have the Fennec. It keeps its spot as one of the best aggressive SMGs for raw close range power. No balance change hit it this season. It still fires at an insane 1111 RPM, so missing isn't punishing, and the hipfire is cracked. Close range duels feel like free kills. The mobility is decent, mostly thanks to sprint speed, and you'll want to abuse slide peeking as much as possible since that's where it thrives. The main drawback hasn't changed. It burns through ammo ridiculously fast. You often need to reload every 1 or 2 kills unless your aim is laser sharp. Still, the Fennec is the pick for duels inside 15 meters. But speaking of close range, the Fennec isn't your only option. We have to talk about shotguns that are in our honorable mentions because they offer a completely different philosophy. First, the HSO405, which is the best all-around shotgun. In Season 6, the spread is tighter than before, making one-shot kills inside 13.5 meters even more reliable. The mobility is solid, and you can absolutely play it like a movement-based shotgun. The fire rate is still the weakness, though 28% slower than the KRM, and you do feel it in close multi-fights. But if you land your shots, it rewards you way more. But as I said, the R90 is still in the mix. Yes, it doesn't one-shot kill, it's a 2-shot kill most of the time, and yes, the mobility doesn't look like a major strength. But what the R90 does better than the HS is killing. You'll more consistently get a kill with the R90, and farther too. While the HS is great up to roughly 10 to 13 meters, the R90 can extend that killing range up to around 15 to 17 meters, and that's huge. Unless you go against a sniper or a one-shot shotgun, you'll be the strongest CQC player in the game with the R90. Whether you choose an SMG or a shotgun for CQC, our number 5 pick is just built different. It's one of the best picks for search and destroy, the CX9 Burst. I can't say it better than this. This is the most used gun in S&D after snipers. While damage stats are not super relevant on burst weapons, we can still mention a few. It can one burst, which is 133 millisecond time to kill. Secondly, mobility is demonic. It's surprising that it hasn't been nerfed yet, but there is one drawback, and it's the mag size. We only have 12 bullets or 4 bursts, which makes this gun incredibly tricky to use effectively. Basically, pair it with any other weapon with the overkill perk and you'll be good to go. From a high skill SMD weapon, we move to a user-friendly AR that rewards aggressive plays. At number 4, it's the XM4. It's the aggressive twin of the Type 19. Its range is slightly lower, a 28 meter 4-shot and a 39 meter 5-shot. But you get better movement, 229 millisecond ADS, 6.1 meters per second sprint, and 3.5 meters per second strafe speed. The recoil climbs faster than the Type 19, but it's predictable, and the flinch is great at just 0.3. With the XM4, you're trading some stability for raw aggression, and in a Season 6 where aggressive plays are rewarded more, this gun climbs a bit in value. Use this if you like pushing angles and aren't afraid to wrestle with a little vertical recoil. The XM4 is a fantastic aggressive AR, but if you want to be aggressive with an SMG that doesn't have the Fennec's ammo problems, our number 3 pick is for you. The VMP is still relatively new, and is quietly climbing the SMG ladder. Think of it as a hybrid between the Fennec and MX9, but easier to handle and way more forgiving. It fires at 909 RPM base, up to 967 RPM with rapid fire, giving you a 4-shot kill at 186 milliseconds up to 13 meters, and a 5-shot at 248 milliseconds up to 21 meters. That's really solid, especially when you consider the 52-round mag and insane ease of use. But the recoil is what really makes it stand out. It's basically a mirrored Fennec recoil, but slower and smoother. Pair that with clean iron sights, low flinch, and top tier mobility, and you get an SMG that stays locked even while taking damage. It might not be broken, but it's easily a top 2 SMG. We are so close to the top spot. And at number 2, we have the most dependable and consistent weapon in the game, the USS-9. It keeps its number 2 spot, and Season 6 didn't touch it, which is great news. With 28 meters of 3-tap and 55 meters of 4-tap, this SMG dominates mid to long range fights in a way no other gun in its class can. The mobility is solid, and the recoil is manageable. Its only weakness is the 600 RPM fire rate, which is slow for an SMG, so missed shots hurt more, and you'll need clean tracking to fully capitalize on its power. That said, this gun is exceptionally consistent and doesn't require any weird gimmicks or builds to perform. If you need an SMG that can challenge ARs, this is your safest pick. And finally, at the number 1 spot, was there ever any doubt? It is still, and for the foreseeable future, the Odin. Still at the top in Season 6, the Odin is just too good to dethrone. Even with no direct buffs or nerfs, its core identity keeps it meta. Slow firing, laser straight recoil, an insane time to kill if you land upper body shots. You get an infinite 3-shot kill and even a 2-shot kill up close. Sure, it has the slowest fire rate for any full auto at 413 RPM, but if your aim and tracking are clean, there's nothing that can really contest it consistently. The only real downside, it's not beginner friendly. You miss a shot, and you're done. But if you're accurate, the Odin will win you fights at any range. It's a new season, but you might still be making old mistakes that you need to stop right now. How can you fix them? It's all in this video on the left.